Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana, for those who don't know who I am. And for this week's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of updating on my Anthurium collection. Not all of them. I just have a couple of plants that I want to show you guys. Some new leaves, what they're doing, what's going on with them. Also, I did take a YouTuber's advice on some nutrients, and I did implement that into my care routine, and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of those results and tell you what I think about that. And yeah, so without further to do, we might as well just get into the video. I do not want to sit and edit a very long video. I picked out a couple of plants that I wanted to talk about. Some of them are just some growth updates, but really I've been trying to figure out how to get darker leaves on my Anthurium. I have so much to learn still about anthuriums, and sometimes it's overwhelming and can drive me crazy. I do not like the look of bleached leaves, chlorotic leaves. I don't like it, but that, I guess, is part of the process of learning how to take care of these anthuriums. And at least they're young right now, so by the time they get to a certain maturity, I should have it figured out. The goal is to improve the collection. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I did take a YouTuber's advice, and that YouTuber is Nick's Plants. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. He has this video on there about nutrient solutions and also about how to get darker leaves. So in his video, and if I have time, I will add in a clip here about that video.
This last part of the video is going to be what I view as the most important part for getting dark foliage, and that's feeding your plants properly so they have all of the available nutrients they need to make the color compounds and for their good health and general well-being. I use a multi-part nutrient solution, and in the previous video I showed how all of my plants for the most part are in reservoir pots with wicks from the nutrient solution. Sort of the basics of nutrient solution in hydroponics is you usually have a three-part which provides your essentials for growing, flowering, and the micros. To that I add calcium, magnesium, and a silica product. This is monosilicic acid. This formula of silica is the best for bioavailability. The reason you want to add these parts is all of these essential nutrients are needed in the uptake in other nutrients. So a good example of that is a lot of people don't fertilize with enough sulfur. Anthuriums need quite a lot of sulfur to uptake the magnesium, which they need to not sort of look bleached out and veiny. Properly feeding your plant, I find, helps preserve that emergent color saturation for a really long time. You can notice the plants start to draw back the color as they're putting out new leaves. And that color you see leaving the leaf is the nutrients it needs to put out new growth. So if you can supplement enough, you can sort of overcome that plant's natural inclination to pull back those older leaves. To this multi-part nutrient solution, I add a liquid myco and bacterial inoculants. These bacteria and mycorrhizal fungus digest the different nutrients and make them more available to the plant. I find this is also helpful in preventing different nutrient buildups, and it allows the plants to exist really long term in these environments very healthily. They get nice fuzzy roots. I think this is like a step that I wouldn't necessarily skip. Next up, I add a humic and fulvic acid. This is diamond nectar from General Hydro. It provides good food for these guys, which then break it down into stuff for the plants. But in general, I like this for my Anthurium. I find it makes them look a little bit oilier. And the last sort of part I want to talk about today is I add a kelp product. I'm a big fan of straight up Super Thrive. It's good for root development, and it helps provide some hormones and other stuff that the plants benefit from.
So like he said in the video, in the darker leaf video, adds in kelp. And I knew about kelp. Don't get me wrong. I did know about kelp. I just didn't know in what form to get it in, what brand. I didn't know anything about kelp when it comes to that stuff. So the fact that he has said Super Thrive, that, like, I was like, okay, cool, all right, now I got it. Because I mean, if we're new to Anthuriums, we don't really know about everything, right? So when he said that, I immediately ran out. I think I got it at Walmart. I ran out at Walmart and got the kelp product, the Super Thrive, which is this. And I have been adding it to my nutrient solution, and I've also used it as foliar spray a few times on my plants. And yeah, I wanted to get some darker leaves. Now, also someone commented on my Anthurium collection video and mentioned my lighting, as far as bleaching the leaves. I have turned down a couple of lights or turned off a couple of lights on my shelves. I haven't got to the point where I haven't had the opportunity yet to move and rearrange my lights, which is something that I plan on doing this week. I want to move my bars on these shelves to the front of the shelves instead of having them in the middle or the back. See how that works out, because like I said, I can't stand chlorotic leaves. The look of that, and it's all about making improvements. So that's what I'm doing. I've also had some people in my Facebook group ask me about my nutrient solutions, what I'd be using exactly. So like in Nick's video, he has this series that he uses, and I'm thinking about trying that out. However, I use similar solutions in a similar way that he does. So I know some people take their watering jug and then they pour their nutrient solutions in there and then they water, or they might use all silica water, all CalMag water, all fertilizer water. But I do mix all of mine together, similar to how Nick does in his video. That's how I do that. But I use TPS line, and I've said this, I think I say this in every single video I make, that I use TPS. So that's the line that I use. So I always start off with silica gold, and I make the solution in gallon jugs. So I have gallon jugs for my anthuriums, and then I have some for the rest of my houseplants. So I use silica gold first, and then I will use CalMag, also from TPS, and then I use TPS 1. And then, like I said, I was using Rapid Start, but I changed it because he also recommended this. So I have been using this as well. And then my kelp. And I also been adding in this clean kelp as well. So I've been doing that for probably approximately about a month and a half now. So I was going to show you guys what I thought about it, some of the results from the, are they making my leaves greener? Are they making them darker? I think we're getting there. If I'm being honest, I think we're getting there. I just think I need to tweak my lighting, and then maybe that would help out even further. Okay, so this is my Woohoo 5 crossed with Self. She's getting kind of big now. She's a slow grower, but I think that her leaves are getting darker, just slightly darker. So these were the last 2 leaves that she has put out in my care since I've been using the solution. And I don't know if it's visible or not on this one, but I also have been using it on this one, which is just a dark crystallinum, Plants for Good. And these are the original leaves that it came with right here. And then these are the last 2 leaves that came out in my care, and I've only had this for a month. So that one was the first one, and then this one. And I'm pretty sure I showed this in my Anthurium collection video, but this is the last leaf. And I do see that there is darker coloring in the leaves. And again, I don't know if it's from my lighting, or maybe those seedlings had more light in the previous care, and then I give this one less light, and maybe that's the reason why it's dark. Not sure. I have more examples. This one has definitely been in my care for a while, and I showed this one also. And I think today, while I'm showing you guys, I'm going to be trimming some ugly leaves today. I'm just sick of it. But so this one I've showed before, and this is my Tim Anderson crossed with Villanarium. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But these were the previous leaves, and yes, I know they are ugly. Like I said, all of them took a hit, so we will be chopping those off today. But this was the last leaf that has came out in my care, and it was one of the first leaves that I saw a difference in color, because none of the leaves that she has put out before has ever been this dark. And then, yes, she has cosmetic damage, because I was playing with her a ton while this leaf was coming out and moving her from my top shelf. She got kind of banged up, but I hope you guys can tell, but she has definitely darkened up, and not because these are chlorotic. I just never seen her leaves come out this dark before. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these two here. Not only because they're ugly, but I do need the space. So choppity chop. Choppity chop. I'm hoping that the next leaf, which she is getting ready to put out another leaf for me, I'm hoping that it won't be as banged up as this one and it comes out just as dark. Let's see if I can find some more examples here. Maybe my Fort Sherman. So these definitely are chlorotic. I know that in advance. But this was the first leaf, and then this one. And then this one came out recently. You see that coloring? So far, so good. I think that they're doing pretty good. I do have, let's see, some updates along with the leaves. So if you guys can remember this, my baby was my baby. All of these what happened to her leaves and stuff. She did put out a new leaf for me, and this one is definitely darker than I've ever seen her leaves come out before. And that was the previous leaf. They all did take a hit, and today will be the day that some of these leaves are going to say bye-bye. For sure. I like to wait till they get like all the way yellow, but I can't. I just really can't today. So I'll leave this one on until it yellows off. But I do like this new leaf. And she's coming back. So to see my baby coming back is awesome. She's also flowering there. And that is her second flower. So we'll see if it produces any pollen for me or not. But I'm happy. I'm satisfied so far with her new growth. And we got some more updates. I'm just going to go like one by one. So my crystallinum, the one that I said, a little hit from the watering, she did put out a new leaf for me. This one, it's very narrow, but I like it. I told you she's going to come back. And like I said, she was once very, very, very beautiful, and she still is. And that is her newest leaf since the last video. I'm pretty sure that this leaf was not here in the last video, the update video. So we're going to hang on to these two leaves. I'm also going to get rid of this flower as well. She is working on a new leaf, another new leaf already. And I think I was supposed to repot her, but I didn't. I think I'm going to wait until she puts out the other leaf because she's starting to come out the bottom. And then next to her is my Michelle again. She's still looking good, and she is putting out a new leaf. It's still hardening off. She still has a ways to go. I am going to hang on to these two leaves. I'm not going to chop them off today. I'm going to wait until her new leaf finishes hardening off. And I'm pretty sure that her stem is a little bit bigger than the last one. Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing much, much better. Much better. I'm happy about that. I have lots of new leaves, which is super exciting. Put out a new leaf for me, and she is looking like this because she's been searching for the light. I have one light on, and I have glass shelves, so one of my lights keeps falling off, and it sits on the bottom of the shelf. So she's definitely been searching for light. So I know that she likes light. I'm going to keep her in some highlight because she's constantly looking down, and that's why her leaf was upright when I first got her, but she's been looking down for the light. So I'm going to move her. Like I said, this week I'm going to readjust all of my shelving lights and get everything moved around to where they need to be. But this is her newest leaf that she put out for me. It's not as velvet as the rest of them, but I don't know. I don't know, but that's the newest leaf, and she is working on another one. And I'm pretty sure this one wasn't out when we did the last video, but we'll see how this one goes. Next is a new one that I got in, and she has put out a new leaf since I got her. This one I got from Tropicals Plant, and it is a new hybrid of theirs. And this is a Betsy Velvet crossed with Luxurians. I just got her not too long ago, and she just put out this new leaf for me here. She doesn't look like a Lux hybrid at all, honestly. She doesn't have that bumpy texture, that pilly look at all. She just looks very velvety. So, but I'm excited to see what she's going to look like and what she's going to grow out to be. Yeah, and I'm excited that Tropicals has new hybrids as well. So that should be exciting to shop from them. And in the last video, I told you guys I had a butt cut of a super black Lux, and she did put out a new leaf for me, and she's working on another one right now. So I thought I would show you guys that one. Also, I have some newbies. I don't think I mentioned this one in the last video. I don't think I had this one at that time, but this is a Anthurium Zara crossed with Woohoo First Night. Not sure if I showed it or not, but I think this one is absolutely stunning, and she is going to be a beauty. I do think, and this is the pot that it came in. This one came from Steve's Leaves. This is the pot that she came in. So I haven't unpotted her, but I'm looking at 2 plants in here, and there are 2 in here. So that's good. I'm glad he gave me 2, but the emergence look different on both of them. So I'm not sure if this is the same plant or not, but I think it is. He just put 2 in the same one. But this is a new leaf from one of them here. And then this is the newest leaf coming out from the other one. And I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but it does have this nice dark maroon color to it. Very cute. Very cute. I really like the color on this leaf, and I'm excited to see it grow, get big. So this one makes me very happy. Did not get to chop my Regale because, like I suspected, she is putting out a new leaf. Yay! I'm so excited, and the petiole is definitely bigger. Look at that petiole. And the last leaf is still hanging on. I'm so surprised because the last time when this one started putting out a leaf, this one just started yellowing very bad immediately. So I have not had the opportunity to chop this one yet because of her new leaf, but I do plan on chopping her. Her roots still look good, so I do still plan on getting her chopped. Maybe as soon as she puts out this leaf. And I'm surprised she put out this leaf so much faster than the last one, because the last time it took 4 months before she would even put out a new leaf. So that is great, exciting for me. Next one is my Chrysolinum crossed with Fragati here. And she is currently working on 2 new leaves. So this one and this pup down here at the bottom. And I'm still deciding if she needs more light or less light. I don't know. I'm still debating. And she's putting out her first flower for me. Yay! Again, that's exciting because I really do want to do something with this one. I think this one is so pretty, so dark, and so velvety. So I really, really, really like this one. And I'm not sure if I want to sell the pup or let it grow. I'm going to let the pup grow out some more before I even do anything with her. But yeah, and she is one of my favorites for this month as well. Also, did I feature this in my favorites video last week? I don't know, y'all. She is one of my favorites, so I probably put her in the video last week. She has this new leaf, and it is way bigger than the last one. So if I did show her last week, this is what her new leaf is looking like today. And yes, so she is growing. If you follow me on Instagram, I know you saw the video. So I did post a video of when this leaf was emerging, but it wasn't this full yet. It wasn't that big yet. She has lots of pups in here, but I thought I'll show you guys this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to repot her anytime soon. I'm pretty sure she still has, well, she is down in the reservoir, but I don't want to repot her yet. She's still putting out some decent sized leaves, so I'm gonna let her continue to grow inside of here for a minute. We'll keep her in there. All right, so I just have like 2 more plants, or 3 more. All right, so since the last video, I did get an opportunity to repot quite a few of my plants. I got quite a few of them done, and one of them was the mag that I told you guys was looking so crazy. I did chop off a few of her older leaves, and she is putting out a new one now, this one right here. And so I did get her repotted. She's a little wobbly. I need to put a stake in there. I try to bury her stem as deep as possible, but you know, she was growing crazy anyways, so she's working on another leaf now, so she just doesn't stop growing. But that's her. She looking a little bit better, not as crazy as the last time. I still don't know about her yet though. She might be like, if I was going to get rid of some larger anthuriums, she might be the first one to go. Because I'm still not crazy about her. I'm still not crazy about this one. So she just looks so generic to me. If that's a thing, it's definitely a thing. So another one that I got to repot was my luck. Finally, I just couldn't take it anymore. I just unpotted her regardless of what she had going on, and then I put her into a bigger glass vessel. So this is a brand new glass vessel that I got from the Goodwill, and I put her in here. Is definitely bigger than the last one. Even if you can't tell, I can definitely tell, and she has plenty of room to keep continuing growing. I have a leca reservoir down here at the bottom, and she is in tree fern fiber, and she is putting out another leaf as well as another flower. This last flower is dead. It did not produce any pollen for me at all, so I'm not sure what that's about, honestly. I'm hoping for better luck next time. If anybody has any advice about why my Lux is not producing pollen, please let me know. Do I need to give her some more nutrients or what? And just tell me, because I want her to produce something. And I'm thinking about trimming her edges as well, because they're just ugly. Yeah, so this has been a very busy week. We went to a Plant Stop Don't Stop here in Annapolis, which is a large plant fair, and yeah, I'm in Anthurium heaven. So crazy. Oh my goodness. Crystalline best. Oh, what is, okay. I know it's pretty, isn't it? So nice. I think I got everything. I am at the top of my budget.
Yeah.
Is that an Esmerella? What is that?
It's a queen.
Oh, nice.
I'm debating between that for 110 or this one 160.
I would go smaller because it will acclimate better.
Meet Jenny.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at this. This is spaghetti by Nigralamin and Gigi's. They'll take.
I know. Oh man. Should I? I was looking at this earlier, and I really did want one, but I was like, I don't know. What other Lux hybrids do you have? Oh yeah, so that's a cross, right? Yeah, Warwickquinum.
This is
Esmeralda.
a species.
It's a species.
Yeah, Warwickquinum esmeralda.
Nice.
And this is Warwickquinum.
Oh, do you still have those?
Oh, it's so hard.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna get this one.
And I was looking at this one earlier. This is a Fergati crossed with Anthurium GG. I know.
All right, I'm gonna get these.
I did get some new plants. I'm not going to show them in this video. They are currently soaking right now. And yeah, I'm going to get them potted up. I might record that, getting them potted. Sometimes I just don't like to do repots. So, okay, so I did chop off some of that yellow. Oh well. Her flowers. First time I smelled her flowers. They smell pretty good. But she is working on also another new flower or leaf. That's a flower. Yeah, so she's gonna be putting out another flower. Yeah, so she's gonna be working on another one. As she continues, she just keeps growing, getting bigger, keeps growing. All right, I have one more update. Oh, so I don't know if I mentioned that one of my Cartel Dom plants that I had, where it completely just shriveled up on me, and then I took the chunk and then I put it back into this container, and I'm happy to report that my Dark Phoenix crossed with Goliath is still alive and putting out a new leaf. If you can see, I don't know if it's too hard to see in there, but there is a leaf in there. I'm not going to open it up because I got it taped sealed, but I'm happy that it's still alive and with this. I did not lose my money or a plant, so that's great. All right, other than that, I just have one show this update now or in a future video, but Queen of Hearts is working on another leaf. So it was that one and then that one, and she is currently working on this one now. So I'm trying to be very careful with her and not do any type of damage to this leaf. But she does take a while to expand and to get hardened off. So it might take another week to get her to full size. But as far as her petiole goes, she is looking about the same size as... She's slightly bigger than this one. So slightly bigger than the last one that came out. So I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. I did chop off one of her older leaves, and her petioles are just so heavy. They're so heavy. So I got to figure out how to get her staked up a little bit better. But she's doing well. She's doing good. So I'm excited to see. And I'll keep you guys updated on that one. Oh, I cannot wait to get this whole room rearranged. But I think that is it for this week. And I hope I don't have too much editing to do. Just looking around to make sure that that's it. Oh, I guess I could show you guys this one. So this is my Doc Block crossed with VVAP. And this is her newest leaf here. She's a cutie, very dark leaf. It seems like every single leaf has a different texture. So this is one of the leaves that she came with, and I love the texture on this leaf and the first leaf. But in my care, it's like she's smoothing out. So I don't know what that's about, but I loved the look of this bumpy leaf, and I was hoping that she would continue to have that texture. But she doesn't. She's just widening out. So I don't know if that's a good thing or what. Kind of muted look. I do like this one. All right, so that's it. That is it for this week. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.